So one of the things that I'm going to do today besides start the caulking is just wipe this area down. It's probably hard to see, but it's all brown, and that's like feces and stuff from mice. There's like a ventilation pipe that went to the batteries that were here before, and they would like sit in there, and the stuff would run both directions. So I'm just gonna wipe stuff, and I'm gonna wipe down the inside of the compartment as best I can. You know, there's already batteries in there, so I can't like thoroughly clean it, but I can at least get the surfaces. Oh, like that broke. So yeah. Did I really need to wipe that stuff down? I don't know. It makes me feel better that I did it. So there's a lot of like this kind of yucky yuck, and eventually I want to redo that. I don't know how important this is for leak issues, so I'm not doing this first. I'm going to do the windows first. And I've got a couple different types of frames here. So this one is more straightforward. You can see the scuffing from the transport guy. There, like something rubbed against it down here and here, all the way across like these three windows. But frames look okay, just scuffing. But I want to redo this caulking here. And then this one has this gasket, and they mostly look okay except for like up there where it looks like they did some caulking as well. So I'm gonna follow suit and just kind of caulk along the top there. The rest of it, since it looks okay, I'm not gonna worry about like the edges. And yeah. Some of these lines, I'm assuming are more about keeping the thing together, keeping it sealed up and together than like worrying about water getting into the interior. But I'm still gonna redo everything. This, I think this is a gasket, not caulking, but I'm gonna pull it off because it's cracked and just caulk around it. So I'm excited to get this done, get started and stuff, but I hate going on ladders. Like, I hate it. I don't like it. And I pointed this out to my son, that it's kind of funny that I don't like ladders, because I would happily get on a motorcycle and go 140 miles per hour through the corner at the track any day. I wouldn't think twice about it, but ladders, I don't like them. I don't trust them. I don't know. It's not that I don't trust them. I don't trust myself. Like, I can control a motorcycle. My body, I tend to be on the clumsy side. So, like, I never trusted myself getting on and off the motorcycle as much as being on it and driving it. So, yeah. I scraped around the words around the frame of the very last window. Of course, it's right in the sun, so I'm all sweaty. See, sweaty. And I got the caulking, or the old caulk, out. They didn't do the bottom. I'm gonna do the bottom because that makes sense to me. I don't know. And then I'm gonna clean it with some vinegar, prep it for the fresh stuff, and then I'm gonna do the fresh stuff. And I didn't die on the ladder, so it's a good start. So I retract what I said before about doing the bottom of the frame. I looked it up, and it's recommended to only do the top and the sides. and trust the seal at the bottom. Otherwise, I guess it can cause more moisture buildup inside. And I am like a little bit too warm now, so I'm gonna work on something in the shade. This doesn't have as much caulking as the windows, so it's not quite as satisfying. But, and I do not care about the paint at all. It's all like super cracked, which you can see. I'm thinking someday I might actually paint the exterior. It'll just be like be my own style and not be so traditionally RV looking. There's a lot of desert dust on this. I'm gonna find a better spot that's more satisfying to watch. We got this spot where the caulking is already missing. It's this big, I don't know what they were doing to get that texture, but oops. I'm not super gentle on things. So. There's such a layer of dirt on this that it's not even, it's just there. I'm kind of curious the story that resulted in it being caulked like this. The windows had a couple layers, like they just caulked over the pre-existing a couple of times, so I removed all of that. Gonna start fresh. Of course, I get paranoid. I go, oh no, what if I remove the gasket or something? But it's not. It was not. I just get paranoid. It was all surface stuff. It wasn't like down below the window frame. I'm in tomato mode again, all red. I'm taking a break. I got this top and bottom and then that entire thing done, cleaned it with vinegar. I'm gonna recaulk that last window at the end, and then by then this should be dry enough that I can recaulk that, and then that's gonna be it for the day, because the joys of having chronic fatigue is I cannot do like a normal person's amount of stuff. I have to chunk everything up into small bits and be careful. So I will get this done, but it's gonna be over time. So yeah. So the stuff I'm using is this ProFlex RV. I got the clear stuff, and it's a little different than anything I've really worked with, so my lines are not as clean as I'm used to. I'm pretty proud of all the caulking that I've done indoors, but this one's I got a little bit of a learning curve with it, so. And I'm a little bit heavy-handed, but I'll go back over it because it's not with my finger, and it's not going to be pretty, but it will work. I figured these were good spots to practice. Before I get really into the windows. I know I'm supposed to use a tool for this, but at least that's what's recommended on the thing, but I use my finger. Kind of like, it's like drooping down here. So I just try to, I'm gonna have to add more there. Trying to be gentle, but it behaves differently. That like the way that it, when I do this, the way that it behaves is not what I'm used to. There's like these areas here that got super droopy. I just need some practice. I'll get better at it with practice. This spot needs more. Even though it's not the prettiest thing I've done, it has sealed it, or at least it will when it's dry, so it'll do its job, and I will get better. It'll look better with time. Well, this will not look better with time, but the other ones will look better with subsequent practice. Also, I highly recommend one of these. The stuff is very noxious. Yeah. Okay, I thought I'd show you guys the window. It's not as clean as I would like it, but I know it's not as bad as what was here. I did notice one spot here. I'm gonna need to go back over that. It wasn't like that at first, but I think when it settled. So, and I only went down to about here, as was recommended online. Here's this. This part's a little bit rough here. It's mostly okay. And this part, I actually got some of that texture I complained about earlier, like bloop, 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 bloop. But, nah. It's so dirty. This, deserves a big bubble bath. Okay, maybe not a bubble bath, but it deserves a bath.